Now joined by our baseball insider, Steve Phillips. Steve, this Red Sox team won 108 games during the regular season, then breezed through the Yankees, Astros, and now the Dodgers. Give us some historical perspective on what Boston accomplished in 2018.
When you think about the 108 wins during the regular season, they won 11 playoff games, giving them 119 wins on the year. That's the second most ever. The Yankees the most with 125. But this team going to the playoffs, you could look at that series against the Yankees, and many people thought the Red Sox were an underdog. The Yankees won 100 games during the regular season. The Red Sox beat them. Then they take on the Astros, an Astros team that won 103 games during the season, defending World Series champion as well. And a lot of people thought the Red Sox were an underdog in that series, and they beat them as well. And then they go to the World Series, and I think arguably took on the best team in the National League, certainly the team with the biggest run differential. And so they ran the gauntlet through, I think, the three toughest teams they could have played in the postseason. They end up winning it, and absolutely phenomenal. And there's so many young players still on this roster. You have to look ahead to not only what they did this year, but look ahead to the future, the short term and long term. This organization's in a great spot.
Now, one of the veterans on this team, David Price, and with his performance in October, are the postseason questions that continually surround him. Can we put those to rest?
Oh, no question about that. You know, I've always believed, give me the guy who keeps getting me to the playoffs, and sooner or later, he'll figure it out in the playoffs. Now, I've said the same thing about Clayton Kershaw, and he's going to have to wait another year for that. But for David Price, what he does, so he goes out and wins Game 2. Then he comes back in relief in Game 3 with just a day off. He warms up twice in Game 4. Then he takes the start in Game 5 and goes 7+ innings. You talk about digging down deep. You know, the one thing I'm reminded of is David Price used to always carry around this note and a sticker in his locker that Joe Madden said to him back in Tampa Bay when they were together. And it said, if you don't like it, pitch better. It's been a tough 3 years in Boston for David Price. A lot went wrong. But what he just did is he pitched better. He changed the entire narrative. He wins the clincher in the American League Championship Series and the clincher in the World Series. I think he's put all of that behind him.
Now, Steve, with the Red Sox putting together one of the best seasons that really we've ever seen, does it make it more impressive that they did it with a rookie manager?
Oh, I don't think there's any question about that. And for Alex Cora, congratulations to him. The first Latino manager to win the World Series, first Puerto Rican manager to win a World Series. And you think about that. They won 93 games last year. They had won the division title 2 years in a row. He comes in, big expectations, right? I mean, you've got to live up to having gone to the division title. And the issue is you've got to now go out there and go further than those teams previously had gone. They had J.D. Martinez, certainly a big bat in that lineup. But Alex Cora pushed all the right buttons, and he managed the World Series with desperation, even when he was up 2-0. When he was up 3-1, he used his starters in the bullpen. When a lot of us looked at it and said, I'm not too sure about their bullpen, all 4 starters at some point appeared in relief during the course of their run to the World Series. He got the job done. He played young players. He played veteran players. He put everybody in the right spot to perform. And what a remarkable job for him in his rookie year. He's got a great feel for the analytics and for the people, and that's not easy to come by. He falls back upon that playing experience, and it translated into a World Series champion. What a year for him and for the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah, you're really pushing the right buttons in what was one of the great seasons that we've ever seen. Steve, thanks for this.